You can hear the music? Oh, what am I doing? Having a brain fart. Okay. All right, comfortable seats. So whatever that looks like for you, if you want to get cozy with a blanket or anything, feel free. I actually have my new Endicott blanket here. My mother-in-law gave me for Christmas. Where's the Endicott thing? Super cozy. So my hot water bottle in this is my plan for tomorrow. All right, comfortable seats, and we'll just start to immediately close the eyes and just start to take it down a notch from the day. We'll take a full deep breath in, open the mouth, and give it a long sigh out. Another full breath in. And a long sigh out. And start to arrive in this space, becoming present, becoming aware. Maybe finding the first little bit of stillness in your day. And just taking a gentle stock of yourself this evening. Tuning into how the body is feeling physically. Any areas that might feel tight. Any place you're holding any tension. Just seeing where you might be able to let go a little. Soften. Release. Notice how you're feeling emotionally. Energized from the day, or maybe drained from the day. Just notice. Allow yourself to feel it. And noticing maybe where the mind starts to wander. Lots of your to-do list. That's a mile long. And thoughts of any unfinished tasks. Lots of plans for the week. Knowing that they'll still be there at the end of this hour. Important ones you can pick back up. And the rest can just fall away. And as you're letting go of these thoughts, just notice any in particular that might cause any physical reactions. Notice if you tense or tighten with certain thoughts. If you can let go in the physical body too. We'll take a full deep breath in and hold it at the top. Finding stillness in this space between the inhale and the exhale. And a long, slow sigh out. Try to make the exhales longer than the inhales. Find the bottom of the breath and stay there. Find that space, that edge. And then we'll take an easy breath in and out. Another round of full breath in and hold it at the top. Notice in the stillness, maybe you tune into your heartbeat, any other energy within the body, and a long exhale out. Find the bottom of the breath. And again, tune in. Anything that you notice here, any different sensations or feelings. Easy breath in and out. One more round just like that. A full deep breath in. Fill the lungs all the way up. The belly expands. Find that space. The space between stillness except for your heartbeat. Long, slow exhale out. Let it go all the way out. Releasing any last little bit of stale, stagnant breath from the bottom of the belly, the bottom of the lungs. Hold it there. And then allow your breath to return to its natural cadence. Noticing maybe it's a little more even, maybe the mind is a little more even. Drawing the hands together at heart center, we'll call to mind an intention for our practice. Maybe it's finding that space between postures, the space between the moments. Maybe it's patience, calm, still, whatever it is. Call it to mind, and we'll take one more full breath in and sigh it out. Eyes closed, we'll make our way towards our child's pose. Knees out nice and wide, soften the belly down to the mat or prop. Allow yourself to fully rest here. Arms can walk out long and the forehead comes down towards the mat. With our intention in mind, take a gentle rock of the third eye center. Seal that intention in. And then making our way into our tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over the knees. We'll come right into our cat-cow. Start to loosen up the spine a little bit. Inhale as the belly drops. Head, neck, and shoulders smile towards the front of the mat. Exhale to round through the spine. Make these movements your own. And if it's comfortable to have the eyes closed, just tune into any other movements that are calling out to you. Those intuitive motions that the spine starts to shape itself into. See curves, maybe some big hip circles, or maybe you stay in a cat or in a cow for a few extra breaths. And then finding a neutral spine, draw the belly button in and up. We'll extend the right leg out behind us as if we could stand on the wall behind us. Flexing the foot. When you're ready, extend the left fingertips out long in front. That long line of energy from the fingertips out the sole of the back foot. A full breath in. And exhale, we'll draw the knee and elbow together. Inhale, extend long. Left hand will come down to the mat. The right foot will cross behind the left hip. A little side bend peeking over the left shoulder. Inhale, we'll come through center. The right leg is going to come out to the side, and then we're going to come up into our kneeling gate latch. Right fingertips will walk long down the leg, and the left fingertips sweep up and over. Pressing energy into the outer edge of that right foot. Inhale, bring us through center, left hand plants, right fingertips sweep high. Inhale, up through center and back into our tabletop. Reset here with a round of cat-cow. And then in our neutral spine, again, draw the belly button in and up. The left leg extends long behind us, flexing the foot. And when you're steady and strong, start to lift through the right fingertips. Long line of energy here, full breath in. And exhale, the knee and elbow come together, round through the spine. Inhale, out, reach, reach, reach. Right hand comes back down to the mat. Left leg slides behind the right hip. Peek over the right shoulder, side bend here. Inhale comes through center. Left leg comes out to the side. Walk the hands back into our kneeling gate latch. Left fingertips walk down the leg. Right fingertips sweep up and over. Energy into the outer edge of that left foot. Inhale through center. Right hand comes down. Left fingertips sweep up. And coming back through center into our tabletop, a round of cat-cow, and then we'll make our way into our down dog. Roll the toes under the hips, come nice and high. Start to pedal out the dog. Hips are reaching high. Heels are pressing down towards the mat. Inhale, we'll come up high onto the tiptoes. Exhale, bend into the knees and look to the top of the mat. Tiptoe up to meet the hands and find your favorite forward folds. Let everything hang heavy here. Maybe grab for opposite elbows, or you can clasp the hands at the nape of the neck and find a little tractioning, self-assist. Maybe even massage the back of the neck. Just releasing everything here. Maybe open and close the jaw. Crunch the eyes, sway side to side, whatever feels good here, whatever those intuitive movements are again. And releasing any bind we have. We'll inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale for another halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Next inhale, root down through the soles of the feet to rise all the way up to standing. The arms sweep high. Exhale, hands together at heart center, full breath in. And let it go. Full breath in. And out. Inhale, the arms sweep high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step back to our high plank. Keep that belly strong as we lower down through our chaturanga. Inhale for an upward facing dog, or if it feels better, stay low in a baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Finding any movements here again in your down dog that feel good. Pressing the hips high, pressing the heels down. Breathing here, full, strong, deep breaths. Inhale high up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, bend into the knees, look to the top of the mat, step or walk to meet the hands. Inhale right into our halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Arms up overhead. Exhale, hands together at heart center. Full breath in. And out. Full breath in. And out. We'll take the hands to clasp at the small of the back. Start to draw the interlace away as the shoulder blades draw together. Maybe start to shine the heart forward. Maybe the gaze lifts. Maybe take this into a full half moon as the shoelace part of one foot steps back behind you. And we'll switch feet if we've taken that variation. Another foot steps back up. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale to fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step back to high plank, and we flow through back to down dog. Take your time here. One breath per movement, your own time, your own flow. Maybe this time find some stillness in your down dog. Keep that strong breath. Inhale, we'll come up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, bend into the knees, look to the top of the mat, step or walk to meet the hands. Toes come together, heels separate. We sink the hips into our chair pose. Arms can sweep high if it's comfortable for the shoulders. Otherwise, hands at heart center. Totally fine. Keep those hips sinking low, maybe get light through the toes. A full breath in. On exhale to fold, we'll step the right foot to the back of the mat and set up our warrior one. Once you're steady in your foundation, arms sweep high. Full breath in. Exhale to fold. Right foot steps up to meet the left. Chair pose. Right through the toes again, sinking through the hips. A full breath in. Exhale to fold. This time the left foot steps behind us. We set up our warrior one. Take your time getting steady in your foundation and then rise. Being conscious of the transitions and the time between postures. A full breath in. Exhale to fold. Left foot steps up to meet the right. One more time. Sink those hips in our chair pose. Feel that heat build, that energy build. Full breath in. Exhale to fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step back to our high plank, and we flow through. Again, take your time. No hurry here. Come back to your breath. And notice again what happens when we start to flow a little faster. You start to lose control of your transitions, lose control of your breath. And just know that an extra second of mindfulness can correct that and make all the difference in the world. On an inhale, the right leg is going to sweep high. Exhale, we'll step it through the hands. We'll set up our warrior one again here. Take your time. Settle in through the feet and then rise to stand. Pressing into the sole of the front foot and the outer edge of the back foot. Activate through the thighs a little bit and find that buoyancy in the upper body. Shoulders are relaxed. A full breath in. On an exhale, we'll take our eagle arm. So we're going to wrap left over right and then wrap up the forearm. Nice. Try to find that 90-degree angle with the elbows. The forearms are pressing away from the face. Make sure you haven't lost the energy in the legs. Maybe we start to take this into a little bit of a back bend. A deep breath in. And an exhale, we humble down our eagle arms to the inside of the right knee. Head can start to hang heavy here. Full deep breaths. And then mindfully unwinding the bind. We'll leave the left hand down, come up onto the ball of the left foot, and the right arm sweeps high in a twist. Full breath in. Exhale, the right hand plants, right foot steps back to meet the left, and we flow. Inhale, the left leg sweeps high. Exhale to step it through, set up our warrior one. I'm almost there, guys. And press into the sole of the front foot, the back edge of the back foot. There's almost that tractioning of the thighs together as the upper body gets light. Shoulders are relaxed, face is relaxed. A full breath in. And an exhale to eagle up our arms right over left to wrap up the forearm. The strength in the legs. Forearms are pressing away from the face. And maybe we take it into a little bit of a back bend. Full breath in. Exhale to humble these eagle arms. Head hangs heavy. Find your balance here. Find your breath. And then mindfully unraveling the arms. Right hand stays down. We come up onto the ball of the right foot. Left fingertips sweep high. Nice. Full breath in. Exhale, left hand plants. Left foot steps back to meet the right, and we flow. Notice the space that you're creating here. Inhale, the right leg will sweep high. Open up through the hip and into the knee. Three-legged dog here. Wiggle out through the ankle. Inhale to lengthen through the leg. Exhale to step it through. We'll stay in our crescent warrior here, up on the ball of the left foot. And the arms will sweep high. Same thing, find that energetic pressing down on the sole of the front foot and the ball of the back foot. Traction the thighs together almost as the upper body gets light. A full breath in. And on the exhale, we're going to lower down that back knee towards the mat. And then let the toes uncurl. Find your Anjaneyasana. Maybe sink through the hips a little bit. Shoulders are relaxed. A full breath in. Exhale to plant the hands to frame the front foot. Inhale, the heart shines. And an exhale, we find our half split. Maybe scoot the right toes forward a little bit to help lengthen through the leg. Right toes flex. And the hips are back over the back knee. Keep peeling that right hip back in line with the left. Pour the weight back into the toes of the right foot. Come up onto the ball of the back foot. We're going to step the left foot up to meet the right. And then the right foot comes to the back of the mat. We rise to crescent warrior. Strong in our foundation here, but relaxed shoulders, relaxed face. Strong breath. Deep inhale. On the exhale, the back knee lowers down to the mat for Anjaneyasana. Toes uncurl, and maybe we sink into the hips a little bit. The gaze can lift. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Full breath in. On the exhale, the hands plant. Inhale, the heart shines. And an exhale takes us to our half split, making any adjustments through the left leg. And then we find a flex in the left foot and we peel the hip back in line with the right. Long spine folding over the leg. And then pouring the weight back into the sole of the left foot, plant the hands, curl the right toes under, pick the knee up off the mat, and then we sweep the left leg high into our three-legged dog, bend into the knee, and open up the hip. Left foot will come back down to the mat. And then we'll start to walk the hands back towards the feet and take a slow roll to stand at the back of the mat. Our standing posture is going to be eagle. So hopefully you're feeling it. It's a nice stretch right between the shoulder blades, a good stretch out for your back. So it's good into the counter of when we back bend this way. It sort of opens up the shoulder blades this way, if that makes sense. So hopefully you feel that. So we'll just take our more extreme eagle here and add the legs in. I'm also just noticing how unflattering this tank top is from the side with a knot here. Anyways, finding your perfect point of balance here. Allow the eyes to close, strong belly, and just find everything stacking one on top of the other, and the crown of the head balancing gently on top of it all. Starting to pour the weight into the left toes, get light through the right foot. And then we'll start to cross the right leg over the left. You may stay low here with the toes on the mat, or you may pick it up, start to sink into the knees, maybe even wrapping the foot around the back of the left calf. Wherever you are is totally cool. Stay here. If you want to add the arms, we're going to do opposite of the leg. So left over right, And then wrap up the forearms. Stay sinking through the hips here. Strong belly, strong breath. If you notice the mind start to wander, generally that's when you start to shake and come undone. Bring it right back to the breath. Your inhales and your exhales. Okay, for one more full breath in. And then exhale, release, shake it out. Take those toes out, shake the arms and legs. Nice job. And then we reset. Again, in our Tadasana, our mountain pose. That balanced starting point. And then from here, we add on, this time pouring the weight into the sole of the right foot, get light through the left. And then we find our variation eagle on this side. So maybe just kickstand. Maybe you start to bend into the knees like you're sitting in a chair, or maybe finding the bind behind calf. To add the arms, we're going to do right over left and wrap up the forearms. Focus in on your breath here. Steady mind, steady body. Stay for a full breath in. Exhale, unwind and shake it out. Nice. Alrighty, we'll take the feet out, mats with distance. Sink those hips right down into our Malasana. With or without a prop underneath the hips. Long spine here, and just allow the eyes to close. Coming back into your stillness, maybe deepening the breath again if you've lost it. Resetting here, just taking that time after a challenging pose. Mentally trying to figure out what you're crossing over what and binding behind what. And physically trying to keep your balance while also keeping your core strong, your breath strong. We can take this into a twist. Kickstand the right arm out beside the right knee and then sweep the left fingertips open. And you can keep the eyes closed here. Your next exhale will take you through center and right over to the other side. Left arm kickstands, right fingertips sweep up and open. Exhale, we come through center. Come forward onto our hands and knees in our tabletop. And then we'll take a slow lower down to our bellies. We're going to come into our Sphinx pose. So another back bend here. The elbows are going to be right underneath the shoulders. So a good rule of alignment here is to just grab for your opposite elbows. Keep your elbows exactly where they are. And then just pivot your forearms out straight in front of you. Palms are planted on the mat or the earth in front of you. Fingers are spread wide. And then there's this tractioning back of the forearms, almost as if you could gather your mat up towards you, and the heart shines forward. You might even actually literally pull yourself through your shoulders a little bit up on your mat. Collarbones are spread wide, shoulder blades are drawing together, heart is shining forward. Maybe there's a little smile on your face. A full breath in. And an exhale to release all the way down to the mat. You can bring the forehead down to stacked hands. Maybe release a little, rock through the hips. Maybe bend into the knees and windshield wiper the legs. And then allowing the legs to return back to the mat if you're windshield wipering. We're going to come into our shoulder stretch. So we'll take arms out to goalpost or T, depending on how open you're feeling tonight. So goalpost is going to be a little deeper, or arms out wide is going to allow you to ease into it a little bit more. So we'll stretch the right side out first, whichever variation you're taking. Tend to lift left fingertips underneath the left shoulder, and then mindfully and slowly start to roll onto your right side. The left foot can start to cross behind you, maybe kickstand behind you as you open up through that hip. Feel that deep stretch right in the head of the shoulder. Strong breath here. If you need to come out of it, just rock forward towards the left, and then maybe ease back into it again. Strong breaths here. Next exhale, we'll come back through center. Reset the arms. We'll extend this time through the left side, whatever variation. And again, it might be different on the side. Usually one side is much tighter than the other, generally dependent on your dominant arm. And then when you're ready, starting to mindfully press onto the left side. The right leg can float behind us and maybe kickstand. Right fingertips are underneath the right shoulder. I also feel like sometimes the ease or difficulty of this posture is dependent on how much time we've sat at a computer or on our phones or driving with that hunched shoulder posture. So this is great to counter that. Breathe into it. Exhale will bring us back through center. Stay here in stillness for a moment as we reset, release the shoulders. And then we're going to flip over onto our backs. We're going to do a couple bridges here and then a supported fish. So if you like blocks or a blanket or a pillow, maybe just grab those to have them close by for those. So once we come onto our backs, we'll bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Start to walk the feet in towards the hips, maybe reach down and just tickle the ankles with the fingertips. We're setting up for, we'll take, how much time do we have? We'll take 3 bridges here. So a couple options for if you have a block you like to use and you like supported bridge, just using the block underneath the sacrum. Or if you like to keep yourself honest in your bridge and you like to squeeze the block between your knees, it's a good way to ensure you're keeping your knees hips width distance. Just setting up for our bridge, we're going to tuck the tailbone and notice how that brings the back flat to the mat. If you untuck it, there's that little bit of an arch in the lower back. We're going to tuck the tailbone. And then on an inhale, start to lift the hips towards the sky. the knees, hips with distance. Press those hips high. Breathe here, keep the neck neutral. A full breath in. Exhale, the hips come back down to the mat. Maybe a gentle windshield wiper of the knees back and forth, extra slowly and gently. And then resetting again, the knees poke up towards the sky, heels draw in towards the hips. Our second bridge pose, we start to tuck the tailbone and then inhale as the hips lift up towards the sky. This time we might clasp the hands underneath us, maybe even roll the shoulder blades together. Hips are pressing high, check in with those knees, stay hips with distance. Full breath in. Exhale to release. And a windshield wiper of the knees. And our last bridge pose, you can take either one of those variations, or if you like supported bridge, you can take that. Same thing as the heels walk back towards the hip. We'll tuck the tailbone, and then the hips start to heel away from the mat up towards the sky. Supported bridges, just slide a block or prop right underneath the sacrum and allow the hips to come down to rest on the block. Otherwise, you may be clasping the hands underneath. A full breath here. And exhale to release. Draw the knees in towards the chest. And find a rock side to side. Releasing. And then for our last back bend of the evening, we're going to take supported fish. So if you have a blanket or a pillow, you're going to bring it right up to the hips, right behind you. And then I'm just going to roll this a little bit more so it's like a bolster. Right up behind the hips, and then just lay back over it. So hopefully the shoulders can almost kind of round down to either side. The knees can be bent, so the feet on the mat, or maybe out long. Or if you're feeling crazy, you could even take your Supta Baddha Konasana legs with the soles of the feet together and the knees out wide. And see where you can just release into this posture. Taking the time here to find stillness, find your breath, ease into it. Bits of the back bend and rolling those shoulders back. Not only does it feel good in the physical body, but it allows you really open your heart space, allowing all of that compassion and vulnerability and love come and go with ease. Mutually beneficial. Another full breath in here. And stay for the exhale. And then mindfully rolling off of any props, setting them aside. We'll come all the way down onto the mat. And draw the knees in towards the chest. Now is a good time too if you want to just grab for any final cozy supplements that you need for the end of practice, sweatshirts or socks, extra blankets or pillows, or dim the lights. As we come all the way down onto the back, hug the knees onto the chest again. Final squeeze, just releasing all of that back bending that we've been doing. And feel that release between the shoulder blades and into the lower back. And then we'll extend both legs up towards the sky, or your legs up the wall here, or maybe if you prefer happy baby, grabbing for the outer edges of the feet. Either one, you can have a block or prop underneath the sacrum as well, just to take any work out of holding the limbs floating. And just giving those tootsies a break. Carrying you around all day. Noticing the space between your physical practice, your resting posture, and then the rest of your day, your week. Always being mindful of your transitions, taking advantage of that space between to reset. Take a deep breath. One more full breath here. And then an exhale, floating limbs return back to the mat. Props underneath the hips can be set aside. Then we come into our Supta Baddha Konasana here, soles of the feet together, the knees out wide. You can take one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. We start to really turn inward here, feeling our heart beating, feeling the rise and fall of our belly with every breath. And the miracle that is our life that carries us through every day. Taking this time to honor it, acknowledge it. Finding this stillness to just be, and activities from stress, from people. Knowing that the tool of your breath is always available to you. And then staying here or making your way towards your final resting posture, allowing yourself to take up space. Allow yourself to get nice and cozy, cuddly, warm. And as we arrive for the final few moments of our practice, we'll take a full breath in together. And an exhale to sigh it out. Another full breath in together. And an exhale to sigh it out. Maybe reminding yourself of the intention you set at the beginning of practice. Maybe notice how it's morphed to something bigger or different. Maybe realize what you've accomplished during your practice, working towards that intention, supporting that intention. Or maybe deciding that you'd like to set a new intention to take with you off the mat after class. I'm beginning to release control of the muscles, letting go of the physical practice, melting into the mat, letting go of any tension you're holding, releasing the energy and the fire built during your physical asana. Letting it go of control of the breath, allowing its natural ebb and flow to take over. Allowing the mind to wander in its calm and still state that you've created. Mind, body, and spirit are floating free. And at peace. In Shavasana. Slowly beginning to bring your awareness back to your body. Back to your breath. As your mind, body, and soul come back to this space. Align together. Taking a full breath in and sighing it out. Bringing the movement back into your limbs. Mindful, slow movement. Might take you in to a full body stretch, as if you're waking up all over again today. Hugging the knees in towards the chest and rolling onto your favorite side. You find your side lying child's pose, moment of gratitude, thanking yourself for making it onto your mat and for deepening your practice, and reminding yourself that your practice is always available to you, no matter where you are. When you're ready to move, pressing back up to a comfortable seat, eyes can stay closed, and hands will draw together at heart center. We call to mind a dedication, as always, for our practice, someone or a group of people, something that we can share the merits of our practice with. We'll close practice with a silent Om, sending our dedication out into the world. We'll take a full breath in, the deepest one yet. And let it go. Thumb knuckles draw to the third eye center. We bow forward together. The light in me honors and acknowledges the light in you. Namaste. Thanks, ladies. Great to see you. Hey, Webster. You made it to class.
Yeah, it's okay.
Did he enjoy Shavasana?
He did Shavasana for the entire time.
Perfect. He knows where it's at.
Yeah.
Coco's in my room.
Oh. You guys got some calm ones over there. Marnie would be bouncing off the walls.
Usually Webster is, but I think this is like his sleepy time. So
yeah, maybe it's the music, the calm music. You should play some puppy. And we've actually done that for Marnie before. There's all these playlists for like.
I've tried that.
Yeah, doesn't work for
like
Webster.
I was like puppy calming music.
Yeah, the first couple of times we tried it, Marnie would just lay right down. We were like, "This is great," but I think she's hip to our tricks now. She's like, "I don't think so, lady." All right, well, have a good week. Yeah, great to see you guys. Thanks for practicing with me, and I hope I'll see you soon. Take care, ladies.